What's going on, friends? There hasn't been a lot of good news coming out of Harley-Davidson in quite some time. Everybody has had a hard go with Harley-Davidson here the past few years under the previous CEO's administration. Now, the new CEO being in office only about a week so far, things are really starting to look up for Harley-Davidson. At least he said all the right things and he's got the dealers feeling optimistic. We all know Harley-Davidson as a brand has really kind of faded off over the years. A lot of the folks that made the Harley-Davidson brand great, they pretty much aged out of motorcycles, and Harley-Davidson's really just kind of fallen off in popularity in recent years. Maybe not so much in the popularity that people would love to have one, they'd love to own one, but it's just been pretty much impossible for a lot of folks to obtain one with the prices rising, and basically sell Harley-Davidson as a complete and total luxury item in a really bad economy and at times when nobody's really got any money. Not to mention all the outside factors that have hurt Harley-Davidson, there's also been the internal struggles. The Rewire project by GixxerFoo was a complete and total failure. Upgrades and updates to dealerships, putting them out of business. And just the simple fact that a lot of folks are not spending their money on high-end motorcycles today, as is clearly evidenced by Royal Enfield selling motorcycles for $7,000 to $8,000 and their meteoric rise to where they are today, selling older designs that have been updated for the modern era. But when the new CEO speaks to a lot of the dealers and the dealerships are saying that he said all the right things, I don't know, that gives me a little optimism myself. Guys, please don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. The previous CEO, GixxerFoo, made a lot of bad missteps. He didn't understand the brand. He didn't understand anything about Harley-Davidson. He tried to make Harley-Davidson a premium brand, basically selling Mercedes and Bentley when people can't even afford cheap Chinese-made cars in the market that we are in today. Basically cutting back everything on the motorcycles, axing everything in the line that would have ever had a chance to sell, and basically telling everybody we don't want to sell to the poors, we only want to sell to the people that can afford $40,000, $50,000 CVO toys to have in their garage and put maybe 1,000 miles on a year. He went after the absolute wrong market. Now, Artie Starr's coming in, a lot of the dealerships and their thoughts and feelings on what came back after he met with a lot of the larger dealers were that the guy is actually really open to ideas, he's very open to input, he's actually really willing to listen to everybody, and he's already said that he plans on repealing a lot of the initiatives that GixxerFoo have put into place that have run the company into the ground. So we're going to have to see what he does with this. While he may not have any experience in the motorcycle industry, in my opinion, he is willing to listen to those around him and take their advice into consideration and hopefully follow through with it and not just be out here politicking just so he can stay in office and tell everybody what they want to hear. Now, one big concern that I do have with all the dealerships out there is that if Artie Starrs is actually going to repeal the upgrade and remodel policy that Zeitz put in place when it comes to the dealerships and their showrooms. I'm hoping that that really goes away and that backs that off, so we might really have a chance of seeing some of the smaller mom-and-pop Harley-Davidson dealers come back, and that's what we really need right now. Now, it is still very, very early. We're only a week in right now, and there are a lot of things that have to be fixed and a lot of changes that need to be made. But the number one thing that they really need to get going on is not only building motorcycles that people want, but just as importantly, they need to be building motorcycles that people can afford. And it's not just putting out another brick of a bagger out there that pretty much everybody's seen that, they've done that, they've already rode one, or they can't afford one. The market's really kind of dropping off on the large touring motorcycles. Now, I don't know about you, but maybe you guys can help me out on this one. I haven't seen a whole metric butt ton of the new Harley-Davidsons, the redesigned baggers, rolling down the road. Is it just me, or are they not really selling, and dealers are really stuck with these things? I thought I would get kind of somewhat used to the new fairing designs and the updates and everything, but I don't know. I still think personally the older style looked pretty good after the 2014 Rushmore bikes. I hope that in the future, this new CEO kind of takes a look at what we've done by giving you less with the motorcycle and charging you more for it. Now, granted, the new Street Glide Ultra does have a lower price point than the outgoing Ultra Limited, but it's also very limited compared to the Ultra Limited. They stripped the bike back quite a bit, basically just added a tour pack to the basic Street Glide and ran with it, and a few other little changes here and there. It's not quite exactly what the Ultra was, but at the same time, it still comes in at a lower price point, so you're paying more for a motorcycle that's actually less. And yeah, I hope they really correct that and start putting back heel toe shifters on the bike and maybe giving us a hydraulic clutch that actually works. Harley-Davidson was founded on being a motorcycle for the good, common, working folks. That's what Harley-Davidson used to target. That's what Harley-Davidson used to sell to. And they've gotten so far away from that to try to become a luxury item. Jochen Zeitz has pretty much drove it into the ground, but I hope Artie Starrs realizes this and he can turn around and make something out of it, and we can get back to selling to everybody and not just the people that are the upper crust. If the new CEO wants to be a good steward of the brand, he's got to give the dealerships something that they can actually sell and not just more of what they've had sitting on their showroom floors that they can't move, all while requiring them to finance these extreme floor plans, dump millions into updates and remodels every so few years on their dealership. Oh yeah, and also maybe not put out $20,000, $30,000 electric motorcycles with limited range that nobody wanted, and tell everybody basically, these are the future, and we're going to quit making gas-powered Harley-Davidsons. So Harley-Davidson definitely needs to fix the lineup. The bikes are kind of, my opinion, a little bit bland right now, and they're way overpriced. But it looks like they're already trying to move in the right direction by coming out with a new affordable Harley-Davidson, in the Sprint being about a $6,000 price point. We're yet to see what they churn out for that and how much that's actually going to work for $6,000. Also, some tweaks with the Pan America, kind of a straight street-going version of that. Supposed to be better handling, road-going. That's kind of interesting. I haven't really seen any sales numbers on that, but if you guys know anything about the Pan America ST and how well that's selling, I haven't even seen one personally out in the wild, but let me know if you guys have. And who knows, with these new board members and an open-minded CEO, maybe Harley-Davidson might even dust off the old Dyna line and bring back the 103. Sell those pretty cheap compared to their upper high-end Milwaukee 8 bikes. Kind of give you something in the middle before you move into a Softail. Give customers something classic to buy. Now, I really don't see the Sportster coming back as we knew it. As in one of my previous videos, we pretty much detailed that Harley-Davidson sold everything associated with the Sportster, the rights, the names, the tooling, all of that over to the Chinese market to be built in Italy and sold in the European market. You know, guys, there's a lot of great people working for Harley-Davidson that really do care, from the factories all the way down to the dealership levels, not to mention all the riders out there. We all want to see the company succeed, because maybe one day I might even want to buy a new Harley-Davidson if they're not ridiculously priced like they have been about the past 5 years. But anyhow, guys, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Do you think that the new CEO is just saying all the right things and he's just going to do whatever he wants? Or do you think he's going to listen to the people around him? I mean, the dealers are optimistic, so that gives me hope. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. But anyhow, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Well, till next week, guys, you stay safe on the streets, ride smart, dodge those cars. I'll catch you guys back here next week with a brand new video. Thanks for watching.